Hello, Voices of Recovery. This your girl LeeLee. I'm tuning in again. Want to bring you all a word of hope from one of my special guests I want to introduce in a moment. And I listened to him many times in the rooms, and he just shared a great message that I feel like can help inspire and give hope. For me, y'all know I'm approaching a year in less than 2 weeks. So, I struggle a little bit sometimes. And to have those predecessors that been through the things I've been through and felt what I felt, and I can get a word from them, I would like to share that with you all as well on the platform. And I'll introduce our special speaker, Mr. Ben.
Hey, how you doing? Been in recovery for quite a few years now. And one of the things I've found is that peace of mind, when you have that ability to be at peace, even when things around you seem to be conflicting. That's one of the highest aspects of recovery you can have. When I first came around, I was a chronic relapser. Not so much that things bothered me, it's just that I wanted what I wanted when I wanted it. And as we've grown in this program, I've learned that there are different things that come to you as you mature in the program. We call it growing up sometimes, but most of us feel we're grown when we get here. Personally, I was a cocaine addict, but I'd get high on anything that was brought to me. I experimented. Being a child of the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, there were just so much experimentation that was going on just to change feelings. So it wasn't so much that I was mentally disturbed or that I had to have. This is what we thought we did for entertainment. This was fun. That's how it started out. So at some point, we crossed that line. I crossed that line. And in crossing that line into addiction, then I began to find out that some of the choices I made were not good choices. At some point, we have to look in the mirror, whether it's brushing your teeth, combing your hair, or just washing your face, doing something. You look at yourself and that question pops up. What kind of life am I living? And that will even come to you even once you've come into recovery. You're gonna look in that mirror and you're gonna ask yourself, what type of life am I living? One thing I like to throw out there to a lot of people, because a lot of us did do things for fun. Everybody who came into recovery didn't come in here running from the law. The judge did send a lot of people there because they made certain decisions that was not beneficial to the consequences that they were looking for. But a lot of us came in because at some point we knew the life we were living was not conducive to the things that we wanted out of life. The hope for everyone is that, yes, if you put the 12 steps of recovery in your life, and they come from AA and they reach to CA, NA, OA, any of the A, but if you put those 12 steps of recovery in your life will get better. If you make meetings, that's even better. Because now you not only have the program in your life, but you have people that are in the fellowship that you can start practicing this new lifestyle in or on. And that's the hope for everybody, that your life will get better. It's amazing how sometimes just being a year or two into recovery, it seems like you got a raise in your pocket or a raise on the job because you're doing more positive things with your money now, or you're making better decisions on how to spend your money, and your lifestyle gets better. The trick is, what about your thinking? What about your morals? We have one step that makes you take a look at your morals. step 4. And what type of selfishness or self-centeredness is your life leading you toward that you need to get away from? We say if you come around, you have to learn how to help people. It's hard to stay selfish and self-centered when you're helping people out in recovery. Not just giving them a loan or two, but being able to have studied those steps, being able to have studied those traditions, being able to have studied people's lifestyles to see how their choices are going to lead them. That's what I had to do. After being around a while, my family influences became more predominant because now the things my father tried to teach me made sense. Now the things my mother taught me made sense. So coming into recovery put me on a different path, and that path led me towards a better lifestyle. There is hope for you. All you have to do is put yourself in position to know that that next drink or that next drug is not going to have the consequences you want. It may start out that way. It may be fun, but eventually you'll pick up where you left off.
Wow, that gave me so much inspiration. Mr. Ben is just so modest. He said, I got a few years. If you don't mind asking, how many years in recovery do you have?
Coming up July the 4th, I'll have 33 years.
33 years. So we're hearing it from somebody who's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk. Because you can't get 33 years from not doing the things that he said he put in place. People before him put in place that he followed footsteps of. So he's giving it away so that he can keep it. And I just got so much inspiration from this video, and I wanted to share it with you all so that it can give you inspiration. He said something a long time ago that grabbed my attention. He said, if you walk into your bedroom and things that are normally in place are all out of place and everything is just kind of junky and thrown around, then that means ask yourself, what is going on in my mind? Something is going on in my mind. So it's things going on around us that can show us if we're struggling a little bit. And I want to just get him to elaborate just on that just a second for me before we end this video. When you say what's going on in my mind, because I see things out of place.
Okay. When you find things going on around you are not going in a positive direction, you have to ask yourself, how did I get myself in this position? Somewhere I made decisions that put me right where I am. And if things are not going, if the process is not going the way I think it should, or if I start finding more surprises instead of knowing what's going to go, what's supposed to happen, my thinking is off. And the one thing most of us have found in recovery, when your thinking is off, there's a reason for it. You have to find that reason. That's why we say we talk to others. We talk to those around us. We have some friends that we can talk to. And hopefully we can take the truth when they tell us what they see is going on in our life.
Thank you very much. And this right here is why it's important to stay connected, because when you don't have the answers or you are falling short, there's always someone that's strong than you are in that moment that you can reach out to and can give you hope, just like this message did. I want to thank Ben for his time, you know, and coming here to sit down and just share a message of hope from his experience, the Voices of Recovery. And like I always say, keep your head up, not down. Wear a smile, not a frown, because it just takes too many muscles. And stick around, because this thing here is life-changing. Until next time, stay blessed. Peace.